These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com, check it out.
You are watching SportsMatters TV.
Okay guys, SportsMatters TV, we are in Cork and we're joined by the one and only Tommy Hyde, the governor. First of all, Tommy, you're a busy man. It's good to catch up to you finally after a busy few months, but look, the last few months have been busy for you. Tell us how's it been for you?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Jerry. It's been a long time coming.
It has.
Yes, the last couple of months have been very busy. Since I turned pro in December, first fight in December, and nearly fought every month. 6-0 now as a pro. What was it, 8 months in? Yeah. So I couldn't be much busier than that. And
look, we always knew you were going to be an active fighter. You're born and bred to box, first of all. Like, I always remember as a small fella, you just knew you were going to be a boxer. But look, it's coming fast for you, and look, you're happy to be very active this year.
Yeah, big time. Like, I'm named after my granduncle, Tommy Hyde, up there.
Yeah.
And so I was born into it, really, haven't I? So he was Irish senior champion in 1946, and he's known as one of the best fighters to come out of Ireland, like, especially Cork. And yeah, I was just born into it that way. And I'm happy to be kept busy then that way. And with the pros, it's important to be kept busy. And I just learned my trade over in America, based in Los Angeles, and learn every day when I'm over there. So it's good to be able to put into practice then when I'm fighting.
And Tommy, look, you're very grounded, very humble. You know what's ahead. But like, you have a great team around you. First of all, there's good roots. You mentioned your granddad got his DVD at home. He's on one of the Cork boxing DVDs. And look, even with your dad knows the boxing game very well. Like, you're in good stead moving forward. And look, you're not afraid to take the fights.
No, you have to stay busy. You know what I mean? There's some people aren't as lucky as I am. I'm getting great support, so that makes it easier to stay so busy. Yeah. We've unreal support at home, and then when I'm away in Boston or Los Angeles, I'm getting great support off just all the Cork and all the Irish lads over there. So yeah, I'm very lucky to be kept so busy. There's some people aren't as fortunate to be kept busy who would love to be kept busy. Yeah. So yeah, you have to take the fights when you can get them. You know what I mean?
And look, as an amateur, Tommy, you didn't have 3 or 4 fights. You had many amateur fights. Look, the amateur game is very important in Ireland. Like, as an amateur, was the dreams there to fight the Olympics, or look for you was it always that pro game?
It was kind of, we were looking to go for the Olympics, try to get into the Olympic team and qualify for the Olympics then, because that gives you a better profile when you're into the pros then, but that wasn't to be. So then it was just all eyes on the pros. Like, since I'm a child going around to all the fights, and I knew I wanted to be a pro boxer. Yeah, and like, look, the amateur game, we have to mention it is a bit corrupt. Look, you look at all the lads that have spent years upon years trying to, get to the Olympics, even to fight the Olympics. There's only been very few Irish people that have luck, but it's very corrupt. It looks like it might be cleaned up in the near future, but look, it could be grueling for an amateur boxer in Ireland at this moment in time, given what's happened in the past. Yeah, like you hear lots of stories, especially in Ireland. Like, it's just corrupt, but the pro game can be corrupt too. You know what I mean? But it's boxing. When there's someone deciding who goes in what weight or who wins a fight. You know what I mean? If there's a 100-meter race, it's whoever finishes first. Yeah. But it's not that case in boxing sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be corrupt. That's just what it is. We have to get on with it. We can't change it. I'd be a long sufferer if that happened to me. It's something that needs to change. And like, we mentioned your last fight, obviously out in America. Yeah. You seen there was a homecoming. I know you put up a little tweet like wobble again on the way home. You have the home comforts. You're in great nick, first of all. But look, what's it like, first of all, to fight in America? Look, I know Cork is beautiful, and look, I'm looking forward to what's ahead when it comes to all these Cork fights and Irish fights. But being in America, look, it's a different gravy, as you know. But look, you've been there, you've seen it as a kid. You've been out there with your dad, and you had Rigondeaux, all the lads out there. You're aware of what's out there, and sometimes it can be headlights. It's very daunting. Yeah, like, I have a lot of cousins living in Boston, and that was my third fight in Boston. So the sport over there is getting bigger and bigger. Like, the Red Rose came on board, sponsored me. The Red Rose Irish pub came on sponsored me for this fight. Yeah. Julie Garvin from Mayfield, like, and it's just like, when you go in there, you see the Cork flags everywhere, so it's like being at home, especially when you're over in LA training for 4 or 5 weeks, and then it was like being at home then when I got to Boston. So I love it in Boston. It's like a home away from home. And just fighting in America is brilliant. So I mean, I want to be getting. You're growing up watching these fights in Madison Square Garden in New York and Vegas and all that. And that's where I want to be. Yeah. And there's big stadiums in Boston too, and a big Irish crowd. Like E. Gary just fought in the TD Garden. Yeah. That's a goal of mine to fight there as well. Like. And it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah. Please God, it's all we're working the right way. We're working towards it, and it's going well so far. Do you know what I mean? We're working hard towards it. So there's no reason why it can't happen. Definitely. And look, what's it like in LA? Look, obviously you're going to be based in LA. Obviously, look, a lot of sunshine, a great city. I know from the past, look, Quigley was out there for a couple of years, and he always says great things about LA. But look, it's a different gravy. You see a lot of, there's not many Irish boxers out there, but there's a few. Like, obviously, it's a great scene to set up and to train for fights.
Yeah, you're getting the best of sparring, and we train over there, Pedro and Eddie, they're giving me the best work and improving every day in the gym. Like, you've seen the improvements all the time. So that's what I'm over there for. The sun is nice and the weather is lovely and all that, but that's not what I'm there for. And people say you're living the dream. I'm living my dream. It wouldn't be other people's dream because there's a lot of hard work going into it. There's a lot of dedication, discipline, and but it looks nice and the training is brilliant. That's the main thing for me.
And you can't switch off from me. You know, the boxing game, like, it's very hard to switch off. As you say, look, I think when you come back to Cork, you know, you're back to work. You're training away. When we walked in here, you were doing stuff, and it's something that you have to keep ticking. And look, you're born to do that.
Yeah, like when I'm back home, then it's kind of back to normality. You know what I mean? I'm working out tonight, my last shift before I go back to America training. So I enjoy working up in the bar and seeing all the lads and all that. So I mean, it keeps it normal. So I mean, when you're fighting there, you're fighting 1 minute and there's a big crowd there and you're on this high. And then the next minute you're in the bar again, so you're back to normality. I mean, I like it.
It's a ring. And look, we have to speak about your division, Tommy, because you could easily step up, you could step down. You're in a great place. There's so much ahead, and like, you know what I mean, such a short pro career. Like, you're making, you know what I mean, stone waves already. You know, you go on Twitter, you type in your name, and you're trending. There's someone in Boston. Like, I know, I have a friend, Danny Cochran, Danny O'Donovan. He was out there. He was at your fight, and like, you see people like that. People are there who have a fan base already, which is incredible. But you know what I mean? We get to see your fights on your Facebook page, which is, we're blessed to have that. But you know what I mean? It's obviously, what's the difference between Ireland and America? Look, you know, the homecoming was incredible. We know, and we're blessed to have you back here in October. There's another super show in Cork, and look, that's going to be surreal getting back in front of the home crowd.
Big time. In America, they're more kind of boxing fans and stuff going to the shows. Whereas at home, like, all the tickets I'm selling are just all friends and family. So I mean, if I was playing a game of football, I'd say I'd still go to it. So I mean, I'm very lucky with the support I get at home, and I'm very proud of the support I get at home and in Cork. I'm a pro Cork man, and it's great to be bringing fights to Cork like this. Big thanks to Martin Horgan, who's doing this as well. Like, he's doing it. He's done the years with the Thai boxing. He did a couple of years ago in Neptune Stadium with Ollie Murphy. So it's brilliant. Hopefully we can keep this regularly going. And the Pro Claw was unbelievable last time, and we want to keep getting bigger and bigger shows now. And
like, you're flying the flag for Cork. We know Gary's fight, like, Gary's always done it. And like, you know, we were lucky enough to have yourself. There's Callum Walsh, he's out in LA, America. He's doing a good game with Dana White. He's got a great thing going. It's something that we need to see. And I know, like, obviously October's going to be massive. But like, I'd say we could be on the brink of maybe something in Torres Cross. It could be, you know what I mean? God only knows what's going to happen after this.
It's savage. Like since Spike turned pro in 2010 or something like that, 2009. And he's been flying the flag for Cork on his own. So now there's 6 or 7. I only put up a tweet about it the other day. There's Colin Crowley, Stephen Cairns, Danny Keaton. I'm hoping I'm missing out anyone, but there is one more anyway. But like, it's unreal. And Callum Walsh, as you said, but it's unreal. Like, we're all thereabouts, and we're making good names for ourselves. So like, there should be huge shows in the next couple of years. Like, so it's exciting. It's very exciting times.
And there was a rumour. Look, I know rumours will float up, but there's talks about something potentially in Mill Street next year. And I think the potential is there. We've seen Steve Collins fought there against Eubank. Like, I think with yourself, Stephen Kearns, you know what I mean. You've got, like, you know what I mean. If Callum Walsh is there, you headlining against, you know what I mean. It could be incredible, and I think the potential is there. I think you'd have 1 million buses in Cork City from your bar going all the way up to Mill Street. That's something that should happen, and hopefully it does happen next year.
Yeah, it's wherever it is. It's just good to get the shows in Cork. Mill Street's even, it'd be better if there was someone closer. You know what I mean? Mill Street's like, the Pro Claw is like perfect for us. Like, I finished the fight in June, and I walked down 2 minutes, and I was in the bar
in the shorts.
Like, it was just, yeah, that's all I saw, was being in the shorts. But it was just unreal. Like, you see the buzz. It was like they were saying it was like an Irish final with the Cork flags going around the pub. And then they all walks up to the fight for the fight in the Pro Hall, and just the atmosphere when I went out there was unreal. Like, so I'm buzzing for this now again. If I had my way, I'd just be fighting Boston and Cork all the time. So,
and you never know, as you say, look, it's like yourself now and Gary and look, Stephen Kearns, like, you're making a name for Cork, and Gary's still doing it, which is incredible all these years later. But you know what I mean? I think we're on the biggest big Procol Hall. If you don't know what Procol Hall is, guys, it's a legendary, iconic venue in Cork City, the north side. It was known famously for the basketball, as you know. And look, you have to get there. The tickets will be on sale soon. I know Tommy's going to have a couple of tickets. They'll probably be gone in 10 seconds. But Tommy, growing up for you, I know you were around so many superstars, given the nature of your dad being a big promoter and managing some of the best fighters in the world. You know what I mean? What kind of moments can you remember as a kid? I know we always seen on camera Rigondeaux and you know what I mean, the big moments. But for you, what kind of fellas, made you starstruck when you were growing up?
I was very lucky with being around Rigondeaux. My dad bring me to these fights in Vegas and Texas and all over really. Like I remember we went for the Pacquiao Bradley undercard. Rigondeaux fought on that, and there was just superstars everywhere you went. Yeah. We were like one day there we bumped into Evander Holyfield, then we bumped into Roy Jones. We were talking to Roy Jones, actually chatting about fighting Gordon Joyce.
Oh yeah.
It's just, and he's just such a normal fella. Like probably the best fighter of all times. Yeah. Talent-wise, just on ability, he was unbelievable. Yeah. So I was like, I used to be watching him on YouTube and seeing his highlight videos and stuff. So I was unreal seeing him. Then you're at the fights and I've seen Shane Mosley and going in for a full limb with Mike Tyson. He's horse and the popcorn into him. So just like it was just mad. Like that's I'm after meeting the best of them, and I'm very lucky. Like.
And look, it's only a matter of time before they're going to be watching you as well, which is good. You take it all in your stride. We mentioned venues, right? So we know in Cork, first of all, we have Mill Street Park, we've got Procol Hall up the road. For you, where's that dream destination in America? Look, we look at the MGM, there's Madison Square Garden, these are places you want to fight. Yeah. What would tickle your fancy? Where's that one place you visualise fighting?
Just any big place in Cork. That's what I want. Cork. I want the big fights like that. I'm very proud, as I said, I'm very proud Cork man, and I'm proud of the support I get here, and it's growing all the time. And of course, I want to be fighting in Vegas and fighting in New York and bring big crowds with me. So that's all. There's not just one place. There's a long career ahead of me. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of fights ahead of me, and big nights ahead of me too. Please God.
Oh, you will. There's no doubt about it. Look, we'll get back to your division. A lot of fighters at the top of that division at the moment. You know what I mean? Who for you is the toughest in your division at the moment? Look, we look at the elite are there. You know what I mean? But
I'm a super middle right now, so Canelo Alvarez is number one.
Yeah.
So he's the come from home number one. And he's fighting Charlo. So it's an unbelievable division. It'll be a couple of years before I'm at that stage anyway. Yeah, but even on Irish scene, there's a lot of good lads. I'm after sparring a couple of them, and there's some good fights down the line there for me, and yeah, there's exciting times and big fights there as well.
And how do you deal with the call-outs? There's people always going to be talking shit, Tommy, and look, they know you're the golden boy in Ireland when it comes to boxing, right? But how do you deal with that? Obviously, you take it in your stride. People will say shit, they'll say, oh, this and that, but do you enjoy that part? You know what I mean? Because I know you're all business, and look, at the end of the day, it is a business, and I know you're a clean sweeping boxer, you know what I mean? You're in and out. And you're perfectionist, but you know what I mean? Do you like the trash talking? Do you like the stare-offs?
It's all the one, you just have to take it in your stride. I haven't got any call-outs really yet that I can think of, so I'm a boxer, I fight anyone. Like most boxers, you just fight who's put in front of you. It's up to my dad and my trainer, my dad's my manager at the minute, so it's up to my dad and my trainer who I'm fighting, so I'd fight anyone. My dad would be showing me opponents and stuff, and just send on the belt, it's all done to me, do you know what I mean? I just fight whoever's in front of me, I'm not picky.
Definitely. And look, speaking to your dad, the man's iconic here in Cork, he's given us so many great moments, he made one of the biggest fights in the country happen. Do you think it's nerve-wracking for him to watch his son fight, because look, you know what I mean, we protect our kids, and obviously, you know what I mean, people like boxing, they don't like boxing, but look, lucky for you, Tommy, you were good to go from day one, so it must be nerve-wracking for him as well.
If you saw his face now in the dressing room, you'd be able to answer that yourself. He definitely would have been nervous, alright. Yeah. I'd be looking at my nephew, and if he was to box even, that's my nephew, I'd be fairly nervous for his fights. Or if my buddies are boxing, they're Patrick Doherty and any of the lads, if they're boxing, I get more nervous for their fights than I do for my own, so it's when you can't control it yourself, I suppose. Yeah. And my dad definitely gets nervous when I'm fighting. I suppose it's normal. It's normal. Yeah, it's normal.
And look, speaking of your team, you've got a great team around you. We know the fan base it's crucial, but look, your team that's around you right now, who do you want to give a mention to? Because look, a team make the dream team.
I'm getting unreal support off. I just want to thank anyone that's buying tickets to my fights and support me and message me on Facebook and social media and stuff like that. And my dad, my mum, all my family, there's so unreal support. There's so many people to thank. My trainers in America, and Dave O'Connell out in the Mardy, and I'm just getting unbelievable support off everyone. There's so many now, I nearly need to write a list of who I need to thank. There's so many.
That's the way it should be going, because for years, you know what I mean, not saying that people don't get help, but you look at the Irish athletes, Tommy, and like they don't get the help that they deserve.
Yeah.
And now we're finally starting to see stuff happening. People are getting behind people. There's a lot more kind of leeway there for, you know what I mean, to use gyms and people trying to help out. So that's important moving forward for any athlete.
Big time. Like when I'm over in Boston, my cousin Alan and his wife Sarah, like I don't know how they're doing it, but they're selling all the tickets to me. They're getting all the Irish out there, all the people from Cork, and like they couldn't do any more. Then I'm in Los Angeles. Lee Buckley is looking after me. He's having me staying with him, and couldn't do any more. Like just. Like as you're saying it there, there's more people popping into my head. Like, it's just unreal.
It's always sad you miss people out there.
And it's important to thank these people because I'm not getting to where I want to be on my own.
Yeah.
I'm not that silly to think that I'm going to get to this place on my own. That I'm meant to do all this on my own. Yeah. You need a help and you need a good team around you, and I'm very lucky to have it.
We're blessed. And look, we're looking forward to Cork. Obviously, October we're going to see a massive fight. Any talk about opponents yet? Look, it's still in the pipeline. Anything happening?
No, my dad, as I said, my dad gave me a few names and I just send it to Pendleton, Solomon to me.
Yeah.
Which Pendleton says we're fighting him, and then just felt away with that. And I'm training hard, and like I think we found out the last one a couple of weeks before, and it doesn't really matter. I don't really watch much of them, just have a little glimpse of it. But we're training hard. You're just improving. I'm just improving myself all the time. It's not about the opponent, it's about how I am, how I'm preparing myself. You know what I mean? So
that's really important. And like, you know what I mean? When it comes to the training, Tommy, like I know like, when it comes to cardio, that's a big thing. Obviously, sparring's a big thing. How much do you like to sparring? Because a lot of fellas mention sparring. I think you like it, yeah?
Yeah, it's good. Like, this training is just tough anyway. Do you know what I mean? All the training that we're doing over in, you're doing 2 to 3 sessions a day in Los Angeles. You're doing 3 sparrings a week, and I enjoyed the few days now at home that I had. But I'm looking forward to get back to the gym at the same time and improving again. Yeah. And just constant improvement. That's what I'm getting a buzz off that. Just seeing the improvements all the time and seeing the things I'm picking up in the gym, and then when I fight and I can see that when I watch back the videos of the fights, I see I'm like, geez, I didn't even realise I was doing that. Yeah. You're repeating it so many times in the gym. So that's what I'm enjoying at the minute when I'm sparring over there, is just practicing things and working on stuff.
Of course. And look, you had no easy fights yet. They're all grueling guys. We've seen the fights. You know, we're watching it on Facebook. It might be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but like the guys you're fighting are tough and they're well-rounded. So like, you know what I mean? It's not like, do you know what I mean? It's a walk in the park. You are fighting tough fellas. Yeah,
like as we said, I'm 6-0 in 8 months. I'm 120 in the world of boxer. Yeah. I'm number 3 in Ireland after Jason Quigley and Padraig McCrory, who are both ready to fight for world titles. Like, so I'm right there. Like, so I mean, I'm just behind them. So like, yeah, I'm moving nicely. You know what I mean? I'm moving nicely. I'm fighting tough opponents. They're all coming to win, and they're tough lads. Like, so that's where the improvement's going to come.
And look, last of all, we have to mention. Look, obviously we know we're gonna see a fight in October, Cork. There's a possibility of one more fight before the end of the year. Because I know the way you're going, you're moving well, but obviously next year is going to be a big year as well. But like, do you reckon we might get one more fight after that?
Yeah, we got another one in maybe November, end of November. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that'll be 8 fights then in 12 months.
That's so good. Yeah. It's no messing about.
No, it's not messing about. We were hoping to get 12 fights, 1 fight every month. Yeah. But I just a little nigging in the hand in February after my fight in January. So I was supposed to fight in San Francisco on that. We just pulled out of that one and fought in March instead. Yeah. So 1 fight every 6 weeks is alright.
I love it. So like you're talking 2024, possibly another 8 fights?
Yeah, probably. Maybe not as many next year because I'll be going up 8 rounds, 10 rounds. So probably 5, 6 fights next year. Yeah. So I'll go 14 all in by the end of 2024.
And that's when the fun starts to
pop. Yeah.
Belts and all that stuff. Yeah.
Hopefully the belts come before that. We're chasing belts already. So.
And look, do you have your right Irish title? So obviously you have your
Celtic title, Irish title, European titles, the whole lot. So I mean, you want them all. You want to keep building up and collecting all the titles. That's the goal.
I love it. But listen, we're looking forward to what's ahead, guys. If you don't know who this man is, although you do, make sure you check out all these social media platforms. An absolute star in Cork. October, we'll have all the details. It's going to be a super show at the Purple Hall, Cork. It's the second homecoming for Mr. Tommy Hyde. If you haven't seen the walkout yet in Cork, you need to get on it. It's on Facebook, you will find it. But all the ticket details will be here in due course. And of course, get behind this man. Tommy, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Nice one, lads.
Be sure to check out and support all our media partners. Sports Matters, bringing the sports home.